NAACP? Okay. Good evening. First, I would like to thank you all for all of your patience this evening as we had to move this evening's ceremonies inside. I would be remiss if I didn't thank all the custodians, all the maintenance workers, all the support staff, all the administration and teachers who made this happen today. It was a lot of work to move this from Mansion Park to here. I thank you for all your cooperation. Yes, please. I apologize for the delay. We have people heading over to the overflow in the auditorium, and I wanted to give them a chance to catch as much of the ceremony as possible. At this time, I would like to welcome everyone to the 143rd Altoona Area High School Commencement Ceremony. It is my pleasure and privilege to serve as the superintendent of the Altoona Area School District and to both welcome and congratulate the class of 2019. At this time, I would like to introduce the members of the Altoona Area School District Board of Directors who are present this evening. Board President, Mr. Dutch Brennan. Board Member, Mrs. Sharon Breen. Board Member, Mr. Bill Sigler. Board Member, Mr. Dave Francis. Board Member, Mr. Rick Hoover. Board Member, Mrs. Kelly Irwin Adams. Board Member, Ron Johnson. And Board Member, Mr. Ed Cruz. Today, we are proud to honor and celebrate the achievements of the class of 2019. The students processing today have spent an average of over 2,300 days, or more than 16,000 hours, working on building the skills and abilities necessary to take them to the next stage in their lives, whether that be in the workplace, the armed forces, further training in either a technical school or university program. This is our opportunity to recognize their efforts and confer upon them their high school diplomas as graduates of the Altoona Area High School. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Mr. David Abood, leading the class of 2019 in all of their graduation regalia as they process into the gymnasium.
Welcome to the Altoona Area High School Fieldhouse and the commencement ceremony for the 143rd graduating class of Altoona Area High School. I'm Paula Foreman, the school district's Community Relations Director, and we are pleased to be able to bring you this graduation ceremony live from the Fieldhouse. Thank you to our very own Mountain Lion television crew for assisting with this broadcast. Joining me tonight are two of our Altoona Area High School counselors who have worked closely with these graduating seniors, Sue Fox and Steve Westrick. Sue, you and Steve probably know the most about today's graduates, as well as anyone in attendance this evening. Let's talk about some of the highlights of this year. What are a few things that you'll remember about the class of 2019?
Well, this year we've had 10 Sparkle cheerleaders that are going to be graduating. At least half of the Sparkle cheerleader graduates are recognized as Altoona Area High School Athletes of the Month this year. This year's graduating class also had a total of 26 students involved at 17 different local businesses in our School to Career program. This on-the-job experience allows 12th grade students to explore their potential careers, think about their future goals, and develop skills necessary for the workplace. One of the things that our seniors are required to do is to complete a graduation project. We have many students that go above and beyond what is required. As his senior project, senior Tyler Robinson raised over $4,000 for the Brian Morden Foundation by planning and hosting an alumni basketball game. For that basketball game, another senior, Taylor Myers, choreographed a beautiful dance that was performed at the halftime that paid tribute to the kids who have cancer. Peyton Sanders choreographed a dance for her senior project that ended up winning first place in the big dance competition that was in a regional competition. Senior Spencer Showalter volunteered and became a big to several Penn Lincoln students as part of the Blair County Big Brothers Big Sisters SMART program that we host every week at Penn Lincoln. Senior Tyron Morris hosted the Fierce Forest Fashion Show in January. This was a huge undertaking. The proceeds from the fashion show went to a scholarship fund that Tyron started this year that will be continued. And senior Alyssa Lansbury created a game console with the same concept as Flappy Bird.
Steve, a vast majority of these graduates, we have 508 graduates processing here today, and a vast majority of these new graduates are already making plans or have made plans for ways they can use their Altoona High diploma as a stepping stone for preparing for their future. I'm sure there's a lot of emotions. You can hear parents hooting and hollering. So everyone's excited. This is a momentous time for all of them. What are some of your thoughts about class of 2019 and their post-secondary plans?
Well, before I get into the post-secondary plans, Sue had already kind of alluded to, there's a lot more, I think, for people who maybe haven't been in high school recently, there's a lot more that these graduates have to do to get here than just pass classes. Sue already alluded to the senior project, and I'm going to talk about a few more here in a second. In addition to that, there are state required tests that they have to show proficiency on. So this is something that they've really, truly earned their way, not just for the 3 years that they're in this building, but really for the 12 years, as Dr. Prijatelj started out, the 12 years that they have to earn their way up here. So it's such a great night for them. Some of the other ones, one of the main focuses I think that Altoona High School does probably better than any of the other schools in the area is just about community service. And Sue already talked about some of the students that take community service. We actually have a full community service program that many of our students go out and work at some of the elementary schools in the area, at the hospital, at the SPCA, work with teachers just to help increase the education. But some of the other things that some of the students have done, Mercedes Brandt actually conducted a Christmas toy drive to present to local students. Bianca Aries, who was born and raised in the Philippines, actually created a tourism lecture series as part of her senior project. And we have Gage Hill, who did community service by collecting items to be used at the Ronald McDonald House in Pittsburgh. You had talked about some of the, once they leave here, some of what the students are planning on doing. We have 62% of our students plan to attend post-secondary education. Some of those will be at four-year colleges, but others will be going on to technical schools. There will be 4% have elected to serve in a branch of the military. 16% will go directly into the workforce, and at this time 18% are undecided. We have 15 presidential academic excellence in education winners, and for the first time in several years we actually have an appointment to the West Point Academy, the Army Academy, and that's Rachel Greer.
That's awesome. And I think we keep going back to community service, but one of the things I don't want to forget this evening is what our students and staff did this past week. Always at the end of the year, this is the 8th annual Tuna Tune-Up. It was started by Robin DeShong. Unfortunately, Robin wasn't able to attend this year, but she was working behind the scenes. But in that event alone this year, we had 645 students, 63 Altoona Area High School faculty and staff spend the full day at 20, I believe it was 24 locations throughout the city, just cleaning, mulching, pulling weeds, painting. And we had some nice compliments from the public that had seen our kids out doing that work. I know they love it. They look forward to it every year. And it's a great way to spend one of the last school days
Right.
out
It was
in
a
the
beautiful
city.
day.
Well, beyond even the students, I think the staff really looks forward to it. I know this year I didn't get a chance to participate with getting ready for seniors to graduate, but it is a very fun day, and you get to be out in the sun and cleaning up. And you had already mentioned about Ms. Robin Deschamps, who started at it, how she, even though she wasn't able to participate this year, she really organized it, and I think she'll always be involved just because that's her kind of
her niche.
child.
The other thing I wanted to mention tonight too, and it's a little off script here, but Dr. Prijatelj had introduced David Aboud. Mr. Aboud has completed 41 years here at the high school. He's retiring this year, and gosh, I mean, I remember him back when I was in school. So
Me too.
he has done so much for the district. We're gonna be sorry to see him leave. We wish him well.
Absolutely.
And hope
And
he
anyone
does.
who's around the high school knows how much he's involved in just about anything that happens, from the spaghetti dinners to the prom.
He's involved.
He's involved with it. So.
Yeah, well, hopefully we can keep him here. Well, I just want to go over the, as they finish processing here, I want to go over a little bit of what to expect tonight. Altoona Area High School Superintendent, obviously Dr. Prijatelj, serves as our presiding official. Senior Paige DeGennaro will sing the national anthem, and class member Natahlia Daversa will offer the invocation. The vocal ensemble, our Altoona Area High School chorus, will sing Until We Meet Again under the direction of Mrs. Kelly Sipes, the high school's choral director. And 3 of our graduating seniors will address their classmates. This year we have the Greater Altoona Career and Technology Center Distinguished Student, Katelyn Musselman, Marissa Abbott, who's our Salutatorian, and Madilyn Fulchiero, who this year is both Valedictorian and class president. Principal Andrew Neely, who's completing his 3rd year as the head school principal, will give the class a message before my 2 partners for today's telecast, Sue Fox and Steve Westrick, introduce each of the graduating seniors individually. Each student will receive a handshake from our board president, Mr. Dutch Brennan, and members of the Altoona Area School Board. Senior Christian Howard will lead members of the class of 2019 in the singing of the alma mater, followed by the benediction, which will be given by Senior Joshua Scalise. So I think we're coming to the end here. I wish you both good luck. Thanks for all the work you've done with our students this year and throughout the years. And good luck with the name pronunciations. That's always a challenge.
We'll
It's
try,
a challenge.
Just bear with us. We'll try to get through it. And it's a great night.
Well, congratulations to the class of 2019. We're excited to get started here, and wish everyone the best of luck as they move forward in their future endeavors.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous prove through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Hello and welcome. Friends and families, I'd like to thank you all for attending and celebrating this blessed day. My fellow classmates, I would like to congratulate you all on making it this far. This path we shared is now splitting off so we can each go our own direction, and it's quite the accomplishment. We together have been blessed with many opportunities to better ourselves, many teachers that helped us reach our goals, and many friends to make this odyssey called high school a little more bearable. Unfortunately, this journey hasn't been all high road. At this moment, I would like everyone to bow their heads in remembrance of those we've lost along the way, whether it be a family member, a friend, or fellow classmate. Thank you. Now, seniors, I'd like you to look around left and right and remember those standing beside you, those who you probably won't see again after today. This path we shared is now splitting off, and I want you all to remember a few things while going off and creating your own path. First, be patient. Good things come to those who wait. Don't expect to be successful until you've tried and tried again. Second, be kind. You never truly know what someone is going through, so be kind, as you may just be that person's saving grace. Finally, be faithful. Whether it be to a higher power, a significant other, or yourself, keep the faith. Stay faithful to who you are, what you believe in, and what you plan to do. It is with this faith, kindness, and patience that you can go forth and be successful. It is with these elements that you can continue to make proud those who are here to support you today. And class of 2019, do not let this be the last celebration of your accomplishments. Ladies and gentlemen, we don't have forever to make our mark on the world. So go, find why you were put on this earth. Fulfill that purpose while making the biggest mark possible. Again, I'd like to congratulate the graduating class of 2019, and may your future be as bright as you are. Thank you.
Good evening, class of 2019, students, families, and friends. My name is Katelyn Musselman, and I am so honored to be standing here representing the students of the Greater Career and Technology Center. 3 years ago, I started my journey at the CTC. Growing up, I was always taught to be the best in life. I knew that the CTC would help me grow even more. Ever since 7th grade, I wanted to become a dentist. When I found out that the CTC had a dental assisting program, I jumped on the opportunity to apply. With being in academic classes, the high school helped me tremendously by rearranging my classes and electives so that I could attend the CTC. I am so appreciative of the Altoona High for giving me the opportunity to attend the Greater Career and Technology Center, because I have learned so many skills for my future in dentistry. I've also learned so much about teamwork and work ethic in the dental program, and I now feel more relaxed and prepared entering college. I have worked so hard the last 3 years in the dental assistant program that not only did I win the Senior of the Year award for dental, I also won 5 scholarships and graduated #1 in the whole entire CTC. Trade schools are becoming more popular and are much needed nowadays. Even though the route that I was taking was not to go straight into the workforce, but to head to college, the CTC has prepared me in so many ways. Therefore, I would like to express my sincere appreciation to the Altoona Area High School and the Greater Career and Technology Center for giving me the foundation and experience I need to exceed and excel in my college and future endeavors. Class of 2019, I would like to say, go confidently in the direction of your dreams, no matter where it takes you, and live your life the way you imagined it. This is not an ending, but rather a new beginning to anything you want to do. And thank you, and congratulations, guys, we made it.
September 1st, 2006. That date probably doesn't mean much to any of you now. After all, how old were we then? 5 years old? For us then, however, it was extremely important. It was our first day of school, our first day of kindergarten. 2006 was almost 13 years ago. 12 years, 9 months, and 9 days, if I'm being exact. But I'll just round it to 13. Thinking about it is a bit terrifying. We've spent the last 13 years going from home to school, from class to class, from school to home, repeat. 7 of those 13 were around the same group of 70 to 80 kids, and nothing was very stressful at that time. Then, exactly 5 years, 9 months, and 6 days ago, we were thrown into a building with people we didn't know, with students from all over town. We met new people, made new friends, and strengthened our bonds as our workloads increased, and homework actually began to be something that had to be done at home. But we persevered, and now we're here. We're graduating. Today is the culmination of the past 13 years. 13 years of hard work, dedication, homework, and procrastination. There's a reason today is considered to be both graduation and commencement. Yes, it's a graduation from school, from childhood, from the past. We've learned to count, read, divide, analyze, drive, and more over the past few years. But we've also learned how to act and interact with those around us. Together, we've laughed and cried, gossiped and complained. And the friendships we've made over the past 13 years, well, being realistic, they may not last forever, but they will forever shape us in who we are as people, as human beings. However, today is also the commencement, the beginning of the rest of our lives. Once we receive our diploma and walk out those doors, we're done. Gone are the days where we tried to cram as many trig functions as we could into our brains before we spit them back out on the test. Gone are the days where we confused our friends by trying to have a conversation in 2 different languages, one of which I don't understand and you don't understand the other. Gone are the days where we argued over whether or not water is wet. I still think it isn't. High school's over, and we get to choose what comes next. That may be the workforce of the military, trade school, or college. This is probably one of the first times that this year's graduating class has been all together in the same place. And it'll probably also be the last. Look around you, to your right, to your left, in front of you, and behind. Do you know everyone? Chances are, in a class of almost 500 graduates, there are people you've never seen before, and there are people you'll probably never see again. Maybe you had different classes, Maybe you participated in different activities. Maybe you had different friend groups. But one string connects us today. We are all the graduating class of 2019. We've spent the last 13 years of our lives in school, and what have we gotten out of it? Preparation for what lies ahead of us. Realize it or not, those lessons we sat through and complained about weren't a waste of our time. All of those physics and math problems we complained about doing were to help us understand why the world works the way it does. Anything that can't be explained with those can be explained in civics. We've already begun to make our own paths, but this is truly where we diverge from the rest. Sure, the journey ahead is like none we've ever faced, but that's what these last 13 years have been, a preparation for what lies beyond school, what lies after graduation, what lies beyond those doors. And prepared we are, no matter what we may believe. After all, the last 12 years, 9 months, and 9 days of our lives weren't for nothing. Best of luck, class of 2019, wherever life may take you.
So first, I just want to say congratulations, Marissa. I am so proud of all you've accomplished and cannot wait to see what the future holds for you at MIT and beyond. Good evening, and thank you to everyone for joining us as we send off the class of 2019. Thank you to the administration for ensuring that our school runs smoothly, to the school board for funding projects to benefit the future of Altoona, and to our principals for overseeing the legacy that is Altoona High. Thank you to the mentors who have tirelessly worked to help me develop outside of school, to the teachers who have taught me the influence that learning has on one's life, and, most importantly, to God for his eternal guidance. I would also like to thank you, the graduates sitting in front of me. It was with one another's encouraging words, unmitigated support, and even smiles on the bridge that we were able to overcome hardships that once seemed hopeless. As this confusing yet blissful time in our lives comes to an end, one custom that I have continually considered over the past few months might seem kind of trivial to some: decorated graduation caps. At some high schools and universities across the country, students have the ability to adorn the tops of their caps to broadcast their high school interests and achievements or display their future plans. Although we do not take part in this tradition at Altoona High, I have spent the last few months mentally decorating a cap, allowing me to reflect on my most memorable high school experiences. In doing so, I found a common theme. If I had to sum up what I have learned in the past 3 years into a 3-word saying, it would be adapt and overcome. The one design I would undoubtedly put on my graduation cap is the Courage for Kiera Foundation logo, perfectly centered and glued meticulously. For those of you who knew Kiera, you're blessed. But for those of you who did not, Kiera Sheridan was a member of our Altoona family and a member of the class of 2019. Fiery and intelligent, she is a symbol of hope. Despite being diagnosed with cancer at the age of 9 and undergoing numerous cycles of chemotherapy and remission, Kiera continued to dance, play the violin, and smile. When Kiera passed away in June of 2017, I was devastated. However, only days after her passing, Sideline Cancer founder Kathy Griffith, the Sheridan family, my mom and I began brainstorming a way to honor Kiera's valor. And now, 2 years later, we have raised over $10,000 in scholarship funds given to students, our classmates in the Altoona Music Department. Thank you. In the Altoona Music Department who have conquered exceptional adversity in their lives. To everyone in the audience who has sacrificed their summer days to help me sort through yard sale items, to everyone who has donated items, and to everyone who has purchased a Courage for Kiera t-shirt, thank you. As we know, any life loss is never lost without pain. We wanted our friend back, but peers, you helped me to immortalize Kiera's presence on the earth, to adapt and overcome. Graduates, parents, and especially teachers and administrators, most of us know that the class of 2019 has long been described as rowdy and other colorful words. But behind our wildness, I see immense passion. I see the ability to desire, to persevere, to succeed, One of my primary sources of inspiration throughout high school has been my beautiful friend and fellow AAHS graduate, Lindsay Horton. Within the last 2 years, Lindsay endured one of the most difficult events for a teenager to endure, the passing of her mother. Nevertheless, each day, Lindsay garnered the strength to get out of bed, remain enrolled in several AP classes, and work nearly 20 hours each week outside of school. Lindsay will be attending the University of Pittsburgh this fall as her first step in becoming a pharmacist. Lindsay, we admire your perseverance and applaud your resilience. Class of 2019, by getting to know you personally since I moved to Altoona in 7th grade, I have noticed that you have unmatched strength and hearts of gold. No one can adapt and overcome like we can. To all of those who have lost a loved one, lost the championship game, or even lost themselves, and to all of those who will do so in the future, remember these words from survival expert Bear Grylls. Survival can be summed up in 3 words: never give up. That's the heart of it, really. Just keep trying. Graduates, some of you may be thinking, what would I put on my graduation cap? What are the experiences that have shaped me into who I am today? Nevertheless, I urge you to contemplate more than just your high school years. Look further. Ask yourself, who do I want to be? Is it a teacher? An Army general? A master electrician? Maybe a mother? Or just inexplicably happy? When we gather again in 10 years at our first high school reunion, I hope that every one of you will have been able to learn from the situations that you could not change to enrich your life, and then to enrich the world. May we never allow our hardships to prevent us from gracing others with our gifts. Graduates, from this day forward, may we all vow to make our lives works of art. Thank you.
Good evening. Welcome families, friends, and teachers of the 143rd graduating class of Altoona Area High School. Most importantly, welcome students, soon to be graduates of the class of 2019. Tonight we celebrate your hard work and accomplishments of the last 12 years. This evening is a milepost, a crossroads, a line of demarcation, or any other metaphor you may want to use. In the English language, we often utilize metaphors to explain something that is difficult to understand. Having been with you over the past 3 years as your principal, though, I'm not sure that your graduation is difficult to understand. You have worked hard and earned your seat on this court. You have studied, read, written, calculated, experimented, and learned in order to earn your high school diploma. Well done. Class of 2019, you have been a part of clubs, activities, teams, events, concerts, field trips, and presentations. You have excelled as a whole, you have excelled as individuals, and you have excelled as groups. Among your ranks this evening, you have 4 National Merit Commended Scholars, 38 National Honor Society members who tutored fellow classmates for 1,291 hours, 15 Presidential Academic Excellence Award winners, 7 National Technical Honor Society members, and 12 GACTC Senior Award winners. Collectively as a class, you have earned nearly $250,000 in scholarships. You have hosted fashion shows and charity basketball games. You have started charities and scholarships. You have also ensured that the Altoona Area High School was named a U.S. News and World Report Bronze School for the 8th year in a row. Artistically, your class has shined as well. A total of 51 musicians and singers participated in PMEA district festivals, 23 students participated in district jazz festivals, 38 students participated in PMEA regional festivals, and 10 students participated in PMEA All-State Festivals. 2 students participated in the PMEA Future Music Educators Symposium. 2 students participated in the NAFME PMEA All-State Band Festival. 16 students participated in the Penn State Honors Invitational Chorus, and 10 students participated in the Penn State High Voice Festival. Your visual arts have also graced the halls of AAHS, as well as other various spots around the community. 12 artists were recognized by the Altoona Women's Club. 30 pieces of student art were displayed at UPMC Blair Medical Center. 5 artists were recognized by Art in Common. 4 artists' works were displayed at the Reuters Memorial Museum, and numerous artists had their work on display at the Southern Alleghenies Museum of Art and the Blair County Arts Festival. The drama department brought home 10 different awards from the Isaacs this year, including Best Production. Athletically, you have excelled as well. The girls' basketball team was crowned District 6 champions. The gymnastic team was undefeated and won their league championship for the 8th straight year. 14 student athletes will be attending college next year on athletic scholarships. Our cheerleaders were awarded the Superior Gold Ribbon Award during UCA competition this year. Most importantly, the class of 2019 gave back to the community. Over $19,000 was raised to assist various local charities. 6,000 backpacks of food were prepared for students through the Mountain Lion Backpack Project. Student Council sponsored 2 different blood drives, helping to save lives. You volunteered time and energy to the Brian Morden Foundation, the local Humane Society, and the Gloria Gates Memorial Foundation. You held a canned food drive resulting in 50 Altoona families having food for the holidays. You collected a staggering 3,300 boxes of cereal for the St. Vincent de Paul Food Bank. Most recently, you helped to beautify the city's parks, playgrounds, and streets through the 8th annual Tuna Tune-Up event. The class of 2019 is impressive, most impressive. Over the past 3 years as principal, I have developed a pattern or a motif for my commencement address. Try to recognize all of the great accomplishments of the class and then provide the class with some quotes from an author or historical figure that hopefully inspire. This year, I'm altering from that plan slightly. Tonight, I want to share with you thoughts regarding 2 members of the AHS community who are retiring this year. I think we all have a lot we can learn from these gentlemen. First, Mr. Chuck Amorine. If you have spent any time in Altoona Area High School, you likely know Chuck. He may have given you a piece of candy once or twice. I'm a big fan of the Green Jolly Ranchers. He may have escorted your parents to the main office, but I guarantee whenever you came in contact with Chuck, he gave you a smile. Graduates, be like Chuck. Help as many people in your life as you can and do it with a smile. Be gentle in nature and understanding of all of those you come in contact with. Be like Chuck. Thank you, Mr. Amorine. Next, Mr. David Aboud. This evening, Mr. Aboud led you into the field house, which marks his last official act as an Altoona Area High School teacher. For the last 41 years, Mr. Aboud has taught, led, nurtured, and inspired countless AHS students. He has also inspired me. Mr. Aboud's level of dedication to AAHS is unmatched. Graduates, be like Mr. Aboud. Find something you love and dedicate yourself to it. Do it humbly, do it graciously, do it entirely. Be like Mr. Aboud. Thank you, Mr. Aboud. Congratulations again, class of 2019. It has been my honor to serve as your principal for the past 3 years. Here's wishing you all the best in all that you do. At this time, we will present each member of the class of 2019 individually. We ask that you hold all applause and maintain a respectful silence so that all names can be heard when announced. Thank you.
No, they'll hand to me, read, I'm down the back. Just tell me when you're ready. I have a special. Kiera Sheridan.
Paige. Natahlia Daversa. Katelyn Musselman. Marissa Abbott. Madilyn Fulchiero. Christian Howard. Joshua Scalise. Connor Adams. Emily Albright. Michael Baker. Reagan Baker. Jacqueline Beck. Alexandra Berger. Ian Brennan. Alexandra Klingerman. Kaylin Klauser. Victoria Cox. Danielle D'Onofrio. Matthew Drazel. Geneva Flarand. Morgan Fleck. Elizabeth Fogel. Brittany Faust. Bridget Fox. Matthew Furr.
James Gallus. Karina Harris. Devin Henry. Lindsay Horton. Takara Jones. Dalton Keller. Owen Kravitz. Molly Cruz. Rachel Creer. Darian McHenry. Connor Mosby. Cameron Mountain. Savannah Peterson. Molly Failer. Casey Rispoli. Noah Ruggery. Madison Sever. Zoe Wilson. Julia Wise. Nathan Wright. Isabella Zavalansky.
Devin Freet. Anthony Gallus. Lauren Albright. Marissa Amarine. Lee Austin. Alan DeBartelang. Isaiah Barnes. Parker Beeler. Sierra Benduga. Jonah Brandt. Carly Buckrup Saviello. Nina Cipriani. Caitlin Klauser. Brandy Conahay, Kaylee Conley, Samantha Kreider, Julia Dambeck, Desiree Doherty Marlette,
Devin Fagan, Aaron Foose, Corey Forson, Sydney Frank, Cameron Gates, Kylie Goodman, Timothy Green, Brian Gutshaw, Matthew Hartman, Emily Henry, Gage Hill, Austin Homan, Olivia Hudson, Danielle Irwin, Bradley Kaufman, Darian Kerr, Jacob Kibler,
Grace Dull, Marissa Esposito, Zane Esworthy, Olivia Klein, Pearl Lamborn, Selena Laughlin, Mitchell Lawhead, James Leake, Olivia Lee, Mara Lowy, Mitchell Luciano, Cameron Maher, Taylor Myers, Corey Minton, Kiera Moist, Tyron Morris, Jalen Naamanworth, K.R. Navarro,
Marissa Peros, Gage Reed, Vincent Ristori, Abby Richards, Tyler Robinson, Julian Rossi, Michael Schimminger, Allison Schobel, Adam Sinisi, Allison Sprankle, Hayden Tarek, Jemiah Velos, Jordan Wagner, Elena Wazmonsky, Catherine Weibel, Jacob Wilson, Mary Wilson,
Bailey Newberry, Stacy Opal, Addison Pellegrin, Marissa Aaron Steele, Michaela Alberts, Gianna Andrews, Bianca Aris, Gianna Arthur, Morgan Arthurs, Paige Baker, Ashley Boumier, Emily Baird, Callista Bennett, Samantha Benovich,
Ian Yawn, Tara Young, Andrew Ocker, Christopher Ball, Charles Banks, Evan Barrett, Justin Beck, Cody Becker, Joseph Bender, Nathan Benton, Dylan Benz, Jeremiah Benz, Ajit Bagarati, Colton Bickle,
Juliet Bice, Aaliyah Boddicker, Sierra Bradley, Mackenzie Brandt, Mercedes Brandt, Mackenzie Brantner, Katia Brandt, Caitlin Brown, Brittany Brennan, Christina Burnett, Danielle Burkett, Madison Butler, Kaylee Champagna, Sierra Clausen, Tabitha Klinger, Catherine Klima.
Gavin Black. Tybris Bowman. David Bruner. Brett Bindaga. Stephen Bunch. Bryant Bergmeyer. Garrett Burns. Braden Cagle. Andrew Cassidy. Nathaniel Cherry. Alexander Kolobov. Dylan Corfield. Isaiah Cornelius. Cooper D'Angelo. Daniel D'Antonio.
Stephanie Conrad. Lauren Coral. Megan Coy. Catherine Cumming. Sierra Dieters. Jessica Del Baggio. Aurora Dell. Cameron Detterbeck. Emily Dicken. Sierra Deal. Kabia Dufresne. Emily Earhart. Serena Evans. Alana Feathers. Taylor Finocchio. Jenna Fortson.
Tyrone Deloach. Kyle Dennis. Tyler Dilling. Jason Dong. Ryan Eckenrode. Darian Ellis. Devin Ellis. Cameron Faust. Michael Faison. Donald Fisher. Noah Fleck. Michael Folcarelli. Seth Fernieri. Tyler Franks. Jared Frederick.
Come on over. No, it's okay. You can come. We're ready for you. Mackenzie Guido. Elena Gavlock Settlemeyer. Julie George. Victoria Gilliland. Jocelyn Gingrich. Julia Gonsman. I'm gonna wait a minute. Sophia Gordon. Selena Hazelbarth. Sienna Hatch. Rachel Hazenstab. Autumn Hetrick. Love the hair, Autumn. June Hoover. Bailey Horton. Grace Hughes. Marissa Jackson.
John Frederick. Nathaniel Freet. Tanner Goodman. Brandon Grant. Trajan Grove. James Hamill. Chance Heron. Chase Heilman. Joseph Hinkledyer. Aaron Height. David Hollabaugh. DeAndre Hood. Bailey Hoover. Ethan Hoover.
Allison Johnstone. Audra Jordan. Margaret Kelly. Noelle Kerr. Marissa Kessler. Haley Killinger. Kirsten Koch. Christine Kyle. Alyssa Lansbury. Desiree Lawrence. Hannah Lee. Mackenzie Leonard, Kirsten Long, Ecstasy Mack, Hannah Magarachi, Sierra Mann,
Dominic Horton, Jacob Hunter, Brandon Ickes, Dylan Imler, Austin Jenkins, John Jones, Kenneth Jones, Kyle Kensinger, Ryan Kimberling, Dylan Kratzer, Zachary Coons, Joseph Katiba, Dylan Lafferty, James Laird, James Lang,
Haley Mazoff, Jordan McCarthy, Alexis McCulley, Marissa McCulley, Nicole McConnell, Cassidy McKnight, Savannah Miller, Haley Miller, Kayla Mock, Kaylee Mort, Kaylee Murphy, Sarah Murphy, Sarah Myers, Darian Nagel, Alyssa Neff, Madison Noel,
Caden Leidy, Matthew Leitner, Sam Lindman, Scott Loop, Joseph Major, Nathaniel Marasco, Derek McCulchick, Connor McCarthy, Chase McClellan, Corey McClellan, Daniel McDowell, Devin McNeely, Taylor Milton, Monte Michael Angelo,
Mackenzie Knoll. Keep going. Megan O'Neill. Chloe Orr. Layla Orsborn. Maggie Park. Kirsten Palladini. Sarah Patterson. Olivia Pate. Sydney Pope. Brianna Pratt. Ashlyn Rickabaugh. Brianna Robinson, Samantha Roller, Catherine Ross, I'm so sorry, Catherine.
Adam Miller, Blair Miller, Bryce Miller, Harrison Miller, Zachary Miller, Preston Mitchell, Shane Mosier, Hunter Moser, James Myers, Brandon Newberry, Bryce Nolan, Nicholas Obrin, Aiden Ott, Alexander Owen, Matthew Piletsky,
Janelle Kurjansky, Jadakiss Runk, Savannah Sable, Peyton Sanders, Emily Sautel, Amelia Cervello, Cheyenne Skelly, Morgan Stiver, Bryn Swagger, Logan Smith, Elena Solt, Haley Stampley, Rayanne Stevens,
Andrew Pellegrino, Holden Pope, Brandon Port, Daniel Porter, Valak Rader, Logan Raymond, Isaac Rohrbaugh, Tito, Isaiah Slayer, Josh Savino, Travis Scalise, Tracer Schilling, Orion Selden, Lane Sell, Terry Settlemeyer,
Emma Stewart, Amaris Ulrich, Taylor Vaughn, Lexi Wallace, Miranda Wertz, Kylie Weaver, Jenna Walter, Sierra Weston, Destiny Wallace, Alziana Smith, Erica Smith, Lindsay Weissong, Alexis Williams, Sydney Williams,
Spencer Showalter, Brandon Shunk, Bryce Shutt, Nathaniel Simmers, Brandon Smita, Addison Smith, Joshua Smith, Nathan Smith, Tyler Smith, Dylan Steiner, Zachary Stosh, Noah Stiers, Alfred Thompson, Caleb Tilson, Thomas Travis, Corbin Trexler,
Sandy Wilson, Amber Watowitz, Brianna Wukovich, Jasmine Zed, Stephanie Ansman, Selena Bush, Alexis Faison, Marissa Hollingsworth, Megan Hatler, yeah, okay. Jaden Lee, Samantha Hughes, Shania Myers, Sky Wilkes,
Kurt Von Collen, Nicholas Vrabel, Brett Wagner, Matthew Walters, Dorian Wirtz, Carson Wydant, Keaton Wyant, Ryan Wyant, Tyler White, Gian Albright, Garrett Ankney, Benjamin Artizone, Travis Barnhill, Seth Benjamin, Tyler Boyer, Casey Case, Robert Farrell, Hunter Hoover, Garrett Robinson, Christopher Warren, Daryl Wilkinson, Jacob Wiley, Brody Williams, Anthony Bird, Devin York, Noah Campbell, Dylan Clark, Nathan Chamberlain, Jameer McNeil,
Sajda Sahil, Kyra Miller, Mercedes Thompson, Jaden Ulrich, Madison George, Kristen Rivas, Kaylee Ramsey,
Jeremiah Morris, Dylan Myers, Kyle Neary, Caleb Miller, Brian Reed, Matthew Pilkington, Joseph Clark, Brandon Evangelisto, Charles Feather, Richard Fogel, Devin Garlick, Joshua Hill, Leslie Howard, Jared Krajanski, Joseph Love, Samuel Stesney, Kyle Stevenson, Bryce Stewart, Draven Swords, Damian Warner, Rashawn Williams, Anakin Wilkes, Jacob Zhang, Alexander Hughes Gailey, Jawan Young, James Smith, Derek Singer.
Will Madilyn Fulchiero please come to the podium? Will Mr. Dutch Brennan, President of the Altoona Area School Board, please come to the podium? Will the class of 2019 please stand? As principal of the Altoona Area High School, I hereby attest that members of the class of 2019 receiving diplomas have met the requirements of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and the Altoona Area School District for graduation. Mr. Brennan, President of the Altoona Area School Board, it is my distinct honor and privilege to present to you the senior class of 2019.
Thank you, Mr. Neely. Being that it's my last time up here, I figured I'd share a thought. Any parent worth their weight wants to see their children become smarter and stronger than they ever were. They want to see their children have opportunities that they never had and accomplish more than they ever dreamed. In my 4 years on the board, I've seen a student write a novel, students inventing things that could easily go to market, and students showing the courage to stand in front of the board and advocate for their classmates. So, I say to you students, use that talent. Take personal responsibility, not just for yourself and your own interests, but for the entire community. Don't let people try to herd you around or claim that you're too young to talk about adult things. You've already proven you're well beyond that. And with that, as president of the Altoona Area School Board, I declare the members of the class of 2019 who complete the requirements of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and the Altoona Area School District to be graduates of Altoona Area High School. It is my pleasure to present the first diploma to your president, Madilyn May Fulchiero, and to wish you all the best in the years to come. Thank you.
Hello.
Shades of night grow darker, birds have gone to rest, but our colors shine the brighter of the AAHS. Sinking sun behind the hilltops sighs a soft good night to the colors waving o'er us, dear maroon and white. Night has slowly crept around us, stars are shining bright, waving oh so calm and peaceful, dear maroon and white. We will always sing thy praises, work for thy success. Hail to noble alma mater. Hail to AAHS.
Class of 2019, the time is here. In just a few moments, we're going to walk out of this gymnasium, we're going to make our last memories, and we are official high school graduates. At this moment, I ask you to join me in a final reflection of the class of 2019. Thank you for our time here together today. We thank you for all the friends we have made and for all the days of laughter and fun. We thank you for all the times of great discovery and great learning. It's also in our great thanks that we appreciate the obstacles that were put in our paths to make us stronger today. Thank you for the beautiful world we live in, and we ask for guidance for each and every one of us through the real world. We thank you for all who have given their energy and skill so that way we can graduate today. We give thanks for our teachers, our mentors, our families, and our loved ones. So as this chapter in our life closes, a new one begins. We present ourselves like an open book to the world. We hope that our minds are filled with guidance, our bodies with strength, our hearts with dreams, that we might eternally love and serve our world on this day and every day. As we prepare to part ways with the place that has developed us into people we have become, let us not forget the blessings bestowed upon us. We ask for guidance as we close this chapter and open new ones, not forgetting what we learned in those halls, in those classrooms, and all experiences that we have shared. Once again, congratulations, class of 2019.
Parents and other guests, please remain seated as our graduates process out of the gymnasium. Once all graduates have exited the gymnasium, I would ask we allow guests with limited mobility to exit, followed by all other guests. All guests will exit the doors on either side of the podium, to my left and to my right. Thank you.